Programming in C# and ASP.NET. This is Mr. Wilson, your guide and instructor, as we begin to learn the fundamentals of C# and ASP.NET. This is CS-ASP-002, installing the tools that you'll need for this course. What are the tools that we need to install? Well, there's two major installations that we're going to need for this course, and both of them are free. So one is NetCore, and that is an SDK that we'll be using in this course. NetCore at this point in time, 3.1 is the highest, but as long as it's within a couple, even if it's 4, everything should still work in this course the same way. So 3.1 or higher is what we're looking for in NetCore. And not everything we'll do is in NetCore, but we're going to do quite a bit in NetCore. Visual Studio's 2019 Community is the other thing that we'll be using, and that will be the IDE that we'll be using pretty much throughout this course. What is ASP.NET Core? ASP.NET Core is a framework for building modern web applications and services with ASP.NET. It creates websites based on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that are simple, they're fast, and can be scaled from 1 to 10 users to 1 million users very easily. And so we will install .NET Core onto our computers. And if you'll look there, there's a link, https://.net.microsoft.com, and that will take us to the website to install that. So let's go ahead and go to our computers and to our web browser. Go ahead and open up your web browser, and we're going to go .net.microsoft.com. And that's the website that you'll see that I'm on right now. It may look a little different if they've done an upgrade or something like that for you. But from here, we're going to come down here and click the Getting Started button. And once we come over to it'll say .NET Tutorial Hello World, you'll notice that it will go ahead, and once we hit the download and install right over here, it's going to say download the .NET SDK, and we're going to go ahead and click that button, and we'll see down here that it begins to download the .NET SDK right there. And this is going to take a few minutes. I'm going to pause for just a second, and then I will come right back, and you can go ahead and download this onto your computer. So now our SDK has downloaded. So let's just go down here and let's click on that to start it. And as you can see, it pulls up the Microsoft .NET Core SDK, and it gives us a little information here. Just go ahead and click the Install button. And it's going to give you a little thing that says, do you want to install this? Say yes. And now it is running, it's processing and loading onto our computer. And it should only take a few seconds to go ahead and do that. And there, we're done. Okay, so we can go ahead and close that now and close this. Yes. Okay. And now we'll just come down here and we'll open I opened a command prompt. If you're not sure about that, just go into your search bar and click command prompt, and that will take you to this window that I've just opened up here. And from here, we're just going to type in a few things. The first thing that we're going to type in is CD and C colon backslash, and that will bring up our command prompt. And from here, we will just put in .NET. And there you see it brings up that little tells us how to use the .NET different commands, and that lets us know that it is installed and ready to run. Okay, so let's just stop there for just a second. Okay, and so let's go ahead and install, we know we've got the SDK, let's go ahead and install Visual Studios. So go ahead and go to visualstudios.microsoft.com. That will bring up a page that looks like this, if they've changed it or updated it, it may look a little different, but it should look pretty close to this. And from here, we're going to come down here to Visual Studios and download Visual Studios. And when you cross this, it's going to give you several choices. We're going to download the community version. It's free for individual developers to use. So we're going to download that. And you'll see that that will begin down here to create an installation right here. I've already got a copy of it over here, so I'm probably just going to skip to that. But go ahead and download that. We'll stop for just a second while that downloads onto your computer. Okay, so now that you've got that downloaded, we'll just double click on this. That will open up the installer, and it'll ask you, we've got a few things we need to set up. You can see that it's doing that, and it's going to take a little bit to do this. Just go ahead and follow through any things that it asks you. Go ahead and click yes to, and we'll go ahead and allow this to install, and I will catch up with you here in just a second. Okay, what is Visual Studios? Visual Studios is a IDE. That is a full-featured, integrated development environment. IDE, and that's good words for us to go ahead and learn. It should become part of our normal vocabulary, is IDE. This IDE works for whether we're working in Android, whether we're working in iOS, Windows, whether it's a web service, or whether it's in the cloud. And so we'll be installing Visual Studios 2019 community version. If you go to visualstudios.microsoft.com, that is where we are going to find our video or our installation at. Okay, we've finished our installation, so we're ready for our next